What is up, woke family? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another live stream. So the topic that I'll be discussing this live stream is in regards to the metaverse and why the metaverse is the future, right? The one thing we have to understand is that the metaverse is the future because everything that we see right now in this world is going to be conducted on a virtual platform. It's going to be conducted from a sense of what we call as virtual reality, right? So anything that you're doing right now in the physical version is going to be conducted to virtual, right? Like, let's say you want to order food, like for instance, you want to order Domino's, right? You could literally order Domino's from the virtual reality, aka the metaverse, and it will come and it will be delivered to you in reality. Let me repeat that again for the people that don't understand, right? You can literally order something like Domino's in its virtual reality form, obviously in the metaverse, and then from there, it's literally going to be delivered to you in real life, right? You have to understand that the metaverse is the future of the world, right? The metaverse is going to be the future of what is to come, right? And it's happening right now. So all of these things that you're seeing when it comes to the metaverse, in the sense that you're seeing people buy real estate, you're seeing people buy land, which is obviously that form of real estate, sushi bars, adding police officers to the metaverse, right? That is how people are going to basically be able to communicate in the future. So you have to understand that at the end of the day, we're moving away from being able to communicate in person to communicating through the virtual reality, because in technology sense, it saves time, it saves energy, and it's a lot more efficient, right? You're able to save a lot more time by being able to communicate through this virtual reality. And that's the way that people want to move towards, right? Because you have to understand right now with the evolution of technology, right? People are trying to shy away from communicating in person. And with the metaverse being the future, it has its pros and it has its cons. Some of its pros is that, like I said, it's a lot more time efficient. But one of the cons of the metaverse is that it discourages human interaction, right? You're going to be communicating through a virtual screen compared to talking to people in person and having that face to face moment communication, paying attention to people's body language, seeing whether people actually mess with you or not, right? It's going to be hard for you to be able to tell now with the metaverse, but that's the path that we're trending towards, right? So with that being said, one has to really understand that that's the future, right? Some people might be like, "Oh, I don't know if I really want to go into." Nah, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's the future. That's the path that we're trending towards. So, with that being said, if you're not prepared for everything that's about to happen, it's going to catch you by surprise, because there will get to a point where people won't be communicating in person anymore, especially in first world countries. Third world countries will probably almost be the same, but there will be a point where they will eventually end up catching up. Why? Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, right? TikTok, right? Instagram and TikTok are the primary two in which they're going to be able to use to catch up to the first world countries. But for first world countries like Canada, United States, United Kingdom, they're eventually going to discourage people from talking in person to person time, and they're going to move them towards talking from the metaverse, right? So my advice to you is that as much as you can, try to encourage using both platforms, right? I think there's positives, like I mentioned before, to using the metaverse, and there's also negatives, right? But as much as you can try to get into the metaverse, right? But that's another thing I also want to mention as well too. For you to be able to have access to the metaverse, you have to hold on to some type of cryptocurrency, whether it's some type of Ether, aka Ethereum, or some type of Bitcoin, right? If you don't have either type of Bitcoin or Ethereum, right, which is obviously the cryptocurrencies, you have to hold on to those. You're not going to be able to access that metaverse. And what's basically going to happen is that this country and the all of the first world countries are going to transition from a point where you're not going to be able to have that person to person interaction anymore, and you're going to be left out because you didn't join it when it was just beginning. So what you want to do now is put yourself and others in a position to be able to join this metaverse before it becomes a very big thing and people aren't able to join, because this is the future of the world, like I said. So now one would ask themselves, how is this going to change the world? Like I said, it's going to change that person-to-person interaction that one used to have with somebody. It's not going to be there anymore, right? It's completely taken over. So if you're not ready to level up and purchase cryptocurrencies in order to be able to join the metaverse, you're in a deep hole, right? You got to be prepared for what's going on, because what's going on right now is about to really shock humanity. What's going on right now is really about to change the world. It's about to shake up everything. So if you're not prepared, it's going to catch you by surprise, right? A lot of people are not talking about the metaverse as much. But the reality of the situation is that all of the most wealthy people in the world, even the wealthiest person on earth right now, Elon Musk, he's in the metaverse. Jeff Bezos in the metaverse. Bill Gates in the metaverse. But the thing is that they're not going to start to advertise it until they've made their money off of it. You understand? So you want to join it now before they start talking about it. The chances of these people starting to talk about it is going to probably be, like, the chances are probably going to talk about it is probably going to be something on as of right now. But once you start to approach the end of the year, like September, October, November, December, they're going to be advertising it. Look what happened with Elon Musk when it came to sending out that tweet about Bitcoin, and that obviously raised the price or decreased the price of the value of Bitcoin. So that's the future, right? These are the things that you definitely want to ensure that you're getting into now in order to be able to use these NFTs and the metaverse as a hedge against inflation, right? As well as other assets that you can invest in. There's so many. There's precious metals like gold and silver, right? Bars or coins, it does not matter. You have real estate. You have cryptocurrencies as well too. For instance, like I mentioned with the metaverse right now, you're not going to be able to join that metaverse without purchasing some type of Bitcoin or Ethereum or Ethers, aka Ethereum. You have to purchase them in order to be able to join that metaverse. And like I said, that metaverse is the future, right? People can literally order food, people can order supplies in that virtual reality, and they will deliver it to you in real time. If that's not crazy to you, I don't even know, right? Even big tech companies like Apple, what are they starting to do right now? They're starting to develop goggles that people can basically use to determine how much you are worth in that virtual reality sense. So if this does not tell you that people are starting to level up and see the truth of the way it is, right? I don't know what to tell you. This is the future. So you better hop on it now before it's too late. Your best bet is to join this virtual reality, right? As well as get all of your other assets in check, your crypto, your precious metals, your real estate, right? In order to be able to keep up to date. And then from there, like even some other little side hustle that you're doing, right? That's making you money, right? There's so many things you could do. You could do Airbnb, right? You could start OnlyFans, but not for the negative way, right? I know I've made videos in the past that have discouraged OnlyFans, but the reason I made those videos in the past to discourage against OnlyFans is when it comes to you posting explicit pictures or videos on it. But if you're going to use it as a tool to be able to make money in a positive way when it comes to teaching people things on how to make money that is legal, go for it, right? But if you're going to use it in a negative way, stay away from it, right? So there's so many things that you can learn, but my message here is that the metaverse is coming and it's here to stay. So if you don't hop on it now, it's going to be too late for you. If you understand, it's because you're woke. If you don't understand, you're not woke. This is coming into this live stream. If you like this live stream, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends, subscribe to the channel at Wokeebucks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, and so will social media links. So make sure you go give those a check. But without further ado, this is coming into this live stream. This is Wokeebucks, and I'm out, man.